Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. So I'm starting off with my brows already done because it takes me 2 years to do them. I used the Jordana brow pencil. So prom, oh yeah. I did my makeup for both the times that I went to prom, and I wanted to put this video out a little bit earlier so you guys can actually watch it, practice it a few times so you're comfortable on that day so you're not rushing around. So practice this look a couple times so you can get comfortable with it. I'm going in with a palette that I got from Five Below. I'm not sure if you have one in your town. It's literally a store that has everything that is either $5 or less. So the mattes turned out okay. Actually a lot better than I thought they were going to be. So I'm going in with more of like a warm neutral tone. So just get a transition shade. And I'm using my Morphe brush. So I wanted to do a drugstore tutorial for prom because I think that's very practical for when you're a teenager, you're going to prom. Then I'm taking this Shandy Cosmetics brush. It's another blending brush, a little bit skinnier and a little bit more precise. This shade I was not impressed with. The first shade was awesome, but this like kind of mid-tone brown was kind of coming up a little chalky on me. I recommend this palette just for the matte shades since some of them were hit or miss. I'm going in with this chocolatey brown shade, and I'm going in with a more stiff blending brush. So obviously for prom we want more of a dramatic look. We still want to look natural in the sense of that we're wearing neutral tones, but we do want to look dramatic and glam. So I'm going to start by packing that color on my outer corner. So I kind of place the color where I want it to be the most pigmented. And then I will start to put it in my crease. So I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I'm kind of focusing it on that outer edge, like that cat eye shape, and then I start to bring it in. So we're starting to kind of make the shape for the eye that we want. So kind of focusing in that V in the outer corner. So you'll see that I'm going to be placing it, and then I'm going to be blending it, and then placing it down again, and then blending it some more. And that's just part of working with these darker shadows and then creating that blended outlook that we want without losing any of that depth. As I'm blending, I'm going to explain why I'm doing my eyes first. When you're going to an event and you're going to be doing your own makeup, you want to do the eyes first so that we don't have any fallout. Let's say our face was already done and then all this dark shadow would fall on your face, and that would be a big disaster. So I recommend doing your eyes first if you're doing your makeup for your event, even though I feel like I look like a boy with raccoon eyes. Anyways, I'm going in and can I talk today? I'm going in with a thicker concealer. So this is from Wet n Wild. It's like under $3 from Walmart, and a stiff concealer brush. So this is what you see the girls do when they're doing a cut crease. And it really helps to let the lighter shadow show even more. So we're just going to be carving out the lid, going from the inner corner to the mid part of the lid, and then we will blend it out with our finger. So if you haven't done this before, it's really easy, and it's actually kind of fun. Like, I'm a weird person that loves like satisfying like things to do. So yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed that part. So I had high hopes for this glitter, and it totally just sucked. And I was so upset because like if it was really good, like $5 for those 3 palettes, I would have been like, hello, score. But it did not work out, and your homegirl was sassy. So I went in with a L'Oreal Infallible Shadow. So I took my Maybelline Master Fix spray, sprayed another brush, and then I went in with this icy golden infallible shadow, and those are actually really pretty. So this is great because it's still dramatic, but it's not like chunks of glitter if that's not your thing. So now we're going in right over that concealer. Oh, also I forgot to say I patted it out with some powder because you don't want it to get creasy. So after you put the concealer down, set it with like a neutral powder, and then go put the shiny eyeshadow on. Here I'm actually adding some contour shade because I felt like my eyeshadow was looking a little patchy. So I just wanted to add a little bit more warmth. So yes, this is just kind of like unnecessary. This is me just kind of working with the eyeshadow. I will recommend, the Morphe palettes are really inexpensive. You can get some of those. And you also could do some of the Makeup Geek shadows. Those are really nice too. So I think Morphe is really the best for your buck because you can spend 20 bucks on a palette and it's like Sephora quality. Is awesome. So here we're going to do the same thing. We're taking a thicker concealer because it's not going to move around too much. Like Maybelline Fit Me would be way too runny, I think, in my opinion. So this one's really nice and thick. So I'm starting on the inner corner. I'm just going to carve out where my lid is, and then we're going to blend it out as it fades into that middle part of the lid. And here is where I'm just going to set it with a matte shade of whatever your little heart desires. Just a lighter, skin tone shade will be fine. And then I'm going to spray my brush again and then go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Shadow. So I put it on with the brush at first just to get that crisp line, and then I go in with my finger just to pick up some of that really pretty pigment. Here I'm going in with more brushes because, girl, it's all about the blending. So put on that lighter shade, then we're going to go back in with blending, and then I even add this reddish shade just to add a little bit more warmth. And actually I was scared to do it because I really wanted to keep this pretty neutral for you guys. But this actually added a really pretty little effect to it. So I was pretty happy with the way it came out. You can use whatever shadows you want as long as you have like a really pretty shimmery shadow. And then I would say like a neutral skin tone shade, like a transition shade, a medium brown, and a really dark brown, then you will be set. Or a black or a plum. So as long as you have like 2 to 3 different eyeshadows, you will be fine. It does not need to look specifically how mine is. So I feel like for prom and you're doing this dramatic eye, a cat eye is perfect for this. This is the Essence Super Fine pen. I highly recommend it, especially if you're not amazing at eyeliner. So if you really struggle with doing your eyeliner and you want to have amazing eyeliner, I would do the tape trick where you tape your eyes, and then also with the eyeshadow, you just kind of pull it off and it's already ready for you. So try this look with the tape if you are a little hesitant. But yes, I think eyeliner looks great, especially a wing. It kind of adds that pow that you're looking for, and your date's going to be like, okay, girl, I see your wing. I see your wing. It's going up to Jesus. So here I'm using my Best Lash Extreme, which is nothing new. I'm actually going to try some new mascara soon because I'm so bored. And then I'm just going to moisturize my skin. And I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me. Sorry if you get annoyed that I use some of the same products, but I have such sensitive skin that if I change up all the time, my skin hates me. So this is a great foundation. You can do a couple layers to get that full coverage look. It's going to last you. And make sure you get down on your neck, especially, when you're wearing a dress. Most of the times it's strapless or you don't have, fabric going up to your neck. So please, please, please blend your foundation down on your neck, ladies. We need that to happen. I'm going to take that same, Wet n Wild concealer. I like that bright under eye look, and this lasted nicely on me throughout the day. So this is in the shade Fair. So I'm just going to be putting it under my eyes, and with this stuff you really don't need that much. So with my more liquidy concealers, I can kind of go ham with it, but this, I just patted it in a little bit under the eyes, on the forehead, down the nose, and then I was good to go. So ladies, we're going to be taking a lot of pictures for prom and a lot of flash, so please be careful when you're choosing your powder for your prom, or if this is something you're watching for a wedding, whatever. Please do a flash test to make sure that the powder you're using is not going to give you any white cast. This personally does not on me, but every skin is different. Everyone is very different. So there's some translucent powders that do it really bad, like the e.l.f. I love the HD powder, but that gives really crazy flashbacks. So you just have to be careful. So play around with your powders. Just make sure that it works for you. Here I'm taking the contour palette from Wet n Wild. What else is new? My Shading Cosmetics brush. We're just going to put this in the hollows of our cheeks because once we did our foundation and concealer, we kind of took all the color out of our face, and so now we just need to add some dimension, add some color back. I will recommend you to add a little bit more color on your face than normal, so don't be scared. Don't be scared. Who am I? Don't be afraid to add a little bit more bronzer, and definitely add more blush than you normally do. And I know you're probably going to feel weird and like you look like a clown, but I promise you don't, because it's going to show up in pictures more. It's going to last longer throughout the day, and this is a special event, so glam up and be confident, and you're going to look amazing. Now I'm going in with my Wet n Wild. Yeah, I use the Wet n Wild Big Pan of highlight. I think this is in the cabana shade, and this is really pretty if you want like a natural-ish highlight without looking too crazy in person. So this is really pretty. Actually, this is one of my favorites. And like, what's up with these baby hairs? Barf. Taking this contour shade on a pencil brush and going under my eyes, and then I did add some brown eyeliner, which I never do. Oh, you'll see that in a second. Here I'm just adding some of the highlight in my inner corner to add a little bit of brightness. It's actually a really pretty step. If you haven't been doing that, add it because it just changes your life. And I'm adding this brown eyeliner, and I never add eyeliner in my waterline, but it's, you know, it's a special event and we got to be sassy. And then here I'm just adding some more mascara, and then I'm gonna be going in with lashes. So I really am a big believer in wearing lashes for special events, whether it's a prom, a wedding, if you're a bridesmaid, if you're the bride, or you're just going to prom and you're going to dance your little heart out. Lashes make the biggest difference, especially when you're wearing like a bold eye like this. It just pulls everything together. So this is why I recommend trying this look, trying out your look, what you're going to be doing multiple times before prom, especially if lashes are new for you. Put them on a few times, that way that day of you're going to be so cool, so calm and collected, and you're going to be awesome. So here I'm adding this Essence lip liner. This is in Soft Berry. I really recommend like a nude-ish lip, and that doesn't mean looking like you have concealer on your lips. Like add a really pretty pink, a mauve shade, whatever looks neutral and nice on your skin to add a little bit of life to your lips. But it's nothing too crazy since we do have a dramatic eye. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned something, and have a great and safe night at prom. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe!